The meaning of life. It's a question that has followed humanity since the beginning of time. Why are we here? What is our purpose? Is there a universal answer? Or is the meaning of life something we must create for ourselves? These questions are not just philosophical, they are deeply human. They reflect our desire to make sense of the chaos around us and to find our place in the vast expanse of the universe. If we look back at ancient civilizations, we find some of the earliest attempts to address these questions. In Mesopotamia, for instance, texts like the Enuma Elish sought to explain the creation of the world and humanity's role in it through mythological stories about gods and cosmic battles. In ancient Egypt, beliefs in the afterlife were so integral that they shaped monumental practices like pyramid building and mummification. These efforts were more than rituals. They were an attempt to understand the cycle of life and death and to grasp the bigger picture. Then we arrive at ancient Greece, often referred to as the cradle of Western philosophy. Socrates, with his famous declaration, "Know thyself," emphasized self-awareness as the first step toward understanding life's purpose. Plato expanded on this by envisioning a transcendent world of forms where perfect versions of everything exist. Aristotle, meanwhile, took a more grounded approach, arguing that life's purpose is to achieve eudaimonia, a state of fulfillment and happiness achieved through virtuous living. Fast forward to the 20th century, and we see thinkers like Jean-Paul Sartre and Albert Camus redefining the conversation. Sartre proposed that existence precedes essence, suggesting that our lives have no predetermined purpose. We create meaning through our choices. Camus, on the other hand, described life as absurd but argued that we can still find joy in the struggle itself. Religions, too, have long offered answers to life's big questions, providing comfort and guidance for millions. But whether we turn to philosophy, faith, or personal reflection, one thing becomes clear: the meaning of life isn't something we find, it's something we create. Let's explore these perspectives more deeply and discover what they can teach us about our own journeys. Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, the foundation of Western thought. Socrates is often regarded as the father of philosophy, and for good reason. He believed that life's purpose could only be understood through relentless questioning. For him, living without self-reflection was a life wasted. Socrates' dialogues were not about providing answers. They were about inspiring deeper inquiry, which remains a timeless approach to finding meaning in our lives today. Plato, Socrates' student, took his mentor's ideas further. He envisioned a world beyond the physical, a transcendent reality of perfect forms that represent the ultimate truth. For Plato, the meaning of life was to strive toward these ideals, to seek truth and beauty in a world full of imperfections. Aristotle, Plato's student, offered a more practical perspective. He believed that the purpose of life was to cultivate virtues, qualities like courage, wisdom, and kindness, and to live in a balanced way. Aristotle's vision of eudaimonia emphasizes action and intentionality. We find meaning not by passively seeking it, but by actively shaping it through how we live. Sartre and existential freedom. Jean-Paul Sartre brought a revolutionary idea to the table. We are born without a predetermined purpose, and it is up to us to create our own. This philosophy of existentialism is both liberating and daunting. On one hand, it means we are free to define ourselves. On the other, it places the weight of responsibility squarely on our shoulders. For Sartre, life's meaning is a personal project, something we build through our choices, values, and actions. This can feel overwhelming, but it's also empowering. Imagine being the author of your own story. Sartre's existentialism challenges us to take ownership of our lives, to embrace freedom and create something meaningful out of it. Albert Camus and the absurd. Albert Camus approached the question of life's meaning from a different angle. He argued that life is inherently absurd because we crave meaning in a universe that offers none. But rather than falling into despair, Camus believed we should confront this absurdity head-on. In his famous essay, The Myth of Sisyphus, he likens life to a man endlessly pushing a boulder uphill, only to watch it roll back down. The key, Camus says, is to imagine Sisyphus happy, finding fulfillment in the struggle itself. Camus' philosophy reminds us that even in a chaotic, unpredictable world, we can find moments of joy and purpose in the journey, not just the destination. Religion as a guide. For billions of people, religion offers clarity and direction in life's most profound questions. Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, for example, present life as a journey toward salvation or divine connection. These faiths often encourage adherents to live ethically, to serve others, and to find purpose in their relationship with God. Eastern religions like Buddhism and Hinduism take a different approach. Buddhism teaches that life's purpose is to attain enlightenment by overcoming suffering and desire. Hinduism, on the other hand, emphasizes fulfilling one's dharma, a set of spiritual and ethical duties unique to each individual. Religion provides not only answers but also community and shared values, helping individuals feel connected to something greater than themselves. The influence of society. Beyond religion, society plays a massive role in shaping our understanding of meaning. Our families, friends, and cultures define what it means to live a successful or worthy life. Yet these societal norms can sometimes lead us astray, pushing us toward material success or superficial achievements that may not align with our true values. Have you ever felt pressure to meet expectations that didn't feel authentic to you? That's society's influence at work. Breaking free from these expectations and defining your own version of success is a powerful step toward living a meaningful life. Imagine two people. One spends their life chasing external validation, money, fame, or approval from others, only to feel unfulfilled. The other chooses a quieter path, focused on their passions and personal growth. Which story resonates more with you? Consider Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist who developed logotherapy, a form of therapy centered on finding meaning even in the most horrific circumstances. Frankl believed that even in the depths of suffering, we can find purpose, whether through acts of kindness, memories of loved ones, or dreams of a better future. These examples show that meaning isn't something we stumble upon. It's something we build, moment by moment, choice by choice. So, what's the meaning of life? The truth is, there may never be a definitive answer, but that's okay. What matters is that you continue asking the question, exploring different perspectives, and crafting your own story. As Sartre said, man is nothing else but what he makes of himself. You are the author of your life. Every decision, big or small, adds another page to your narrative. What will you write today? If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who might also be searching for meaning. Together, we can inspire others to reflect, grow, and create lives that truly matter.